Hello, everyone. Trust you had a good week and you're actually enjoying your weekend and you're making use of the Saturday indeed to rest. Tomorrow is actually Mother's Day and we celebrated the women earlier this month, the 8th of March. But tomorrow is actually dedicated to celebrate women, and I really do believe that lots of people are so excited about tomorrow, and it's another opportunity to appreciate those women in your life, especially those who have contributed much, who has contributed to your success, to your growth, and to your establishment in life. A lot of people have been asking me this question lately about my interest for women and my interest for talking about issues related to women. But it's not that I really want to do it, but I just feel bad. I feel sad each time when I see a lot of women. A lot of women don't understand their purpose. They don't understand their role. They don't understand their identity, and that has made them to suffer. That has kept so many women in subjection. They've lost, the zeal to live and the zeal to fulfill their calling. And when I see these things, I get agitated. I get agitated. For example, sometime last year was the first time I saw a female conductor. And you need to see the way this lady was dressed, and you need to see the way she has reinvented herself. She reinvented herself based on what the society forced her to do. And she had to take on that job. And it was all just because of survival. I've seen women, it's becoming a norm right now in Lagos for women to drive tricycle, what is popularly known as Mara. Women drive it nowadays. I believe they couldn't drive the normal conventional Okada because it's probably more risky. Okay, and maybe most of them are on skirts. They won't be able to wear shorts or something. But they are doing these jobs. They are doing the jobs that even when you see men do them, you pity them. And it makes me sad most of the time. It makes me sad. And that is why I've taken up my time to think about women and really understand their purpose. And what I've discovered is this, it might be shocking. Women are actually God's greatest invention. You might not know, but I'm going to repeat it again. God's greatest invention. Out of God's creation, out of everything He created. Now, He created light. He said, let there be light on the first day. He created He created the land. He created the sea, the fishes, the creatures in it, and everything. He created man on the sixth day. But the last thing He created, out of the 7 days creation scope, this is a long time after He has created everything, He created woman. Now, woman is the last creation. Now, you might ask yourself, why do I think that the most innovative creation of God is woman? The most innovative creation of God is woman. And more so, what supports that fact is the fact that that is His last creation. His last creation. Okay? For example, those of us that use mobile phones, I know many of us use mobile phones. When we started using mobile phones, the mobile phones were, especially Nokia 3310, of this size, very big. But as time goes on, innovation started coming on. Mobile phones started to become flat. Mobile phones started to become flat. And another example is computers. The days of mainframe computers were so large, but during innovation and reinventing, it becomes more smaller and more compactable. Now, if man could create something of the same type, another time create something of the same type better than the first version, why don't you think that when God created woman, it's actually going to be better than His first creation of the version of man? This is going to be controversial, right? But My idea about the woman is that the woman is man 2.0. God created a better version of man. And that is why He made everything so compactable. He made everything so small. He made it so fragile. And that is why many of us have not seen it. Women have suffered a lot of mental slavery, suffered a lot of identity slavery, all because of the fact that they may forced to believe that they are not meant to, to fly high, they are not meant to ride, they are not meant to do things that men do. So let's go on to these features. Why do I think that the woman is God's greatest invention? First and foremost, I've done my research very well, and I've discovered that there have been so many scientific research that will support my point about the woman being God's greatest invention. Number one, women are smarter than men. Women are smarter than men. I say that again. Women are smarter than men. Mr. Mayomi, you have a good point there. But if you were to be God, okay, let's say you made a cell phone and you wanted to make the cell phone again, would you do this the first way you did it? Would you put the same things inside? No, you won't. Man can't do that. That is why you have iPhone 6 and iPhone 6S. You have iPhone 7 and iPhone 7S. You have an upgrade version. Okay? So I don't think that after creation of man, God had the opportunity to create another version of man, which is woman, is going to put the same things in that being. Now, scientifically, it has been proven that women are smarter than men. Now, according to a IQ test done in Canada and New Zealand and Europe, it has been proven that women excel more in intelligence tests. And how do they support this? The brain structure of the woman and the men are quite different. They have two different structures. Now, we have the left side, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. Now, the main brain, number one, the male brain is actually bigger in size than the female brain. The female brain is smaller. Okay? Maybe God saw that, man, I don't need to make this brain too big. Let's make it more smaller. Mobile, small, but it can do so many things. Now, in the male brains, they discovered that the connections between the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere are few. There are not much connections. The connections are only on one side and one side. And those of us that do science and know about science, the left brain is focused on logical thinking. The right brain is focused on creativity, intuitive thinking. Now, in the female brain, they discovered that there are connections that merge the left brain and the right brain. Those connections are more, and those connections dominate the brain. And that is what supports their ability to multitask. You might be wondering, how can they do so many things at the same time? Women are smarter than men. Now, this is my research. It's a research I got online. All the information are online. If you want me to share the link to you, I can share the link to you. All right? Number two, women are sensual than men. This is a fact. When a woman sees a color, women have so much complicated the history of colors. There are some colors that I don't even understand. And when they start, most especially when they want to pick Ashwebi, this is the confusion, and this is where I fight with them. They start saying they want to pick yellow. Now, another problem is what kind of yellow to pick. Whether it is purple yellow or Fanta yellow. You hear of lemon green, vegetable green, grass green. They have different concepts of color, and they have a very high. They can differentiate colors. Their brain is more sensual. It is not something that they develop. That is how God made them. Women are more sensual, and according to a research, sorry about that. According to a research in Israel at the City University of New York, women have a much more finely tuned ability to see slight variations in color than men do, which is why ordinary men would not understand the variations of color, maroon and so many colors like that. So, and they also have a sense of hearing, a higher sense of hearing. They can distinguish between different scents. They can also smell. And that is why we see that women are so sensitive when it comes to smell, when it comes to perfume. They have a very high sense. They are more sensual than men. And number 3, women are better at finding things than men. Now, when I say women, I mean majority, higher percentage, because there are some women that might be an exception, that might be of exception in this case. So when a research is done, it's done by the majority. Okay, women are better at finding things than men, and this is because they are more logical. They are good at navigating things. They are good at structure and analysis, and because of the fact that their brain can multitask, it can think of so many things at the same time, they can figure out things quickly. And number 4, this might be obvious, women are cleaner than men. Women are cleaner than men. Women are cleaner than men. Now again, at a study at San Diego State University, they discovered that at offices nationwide, they concluded that men's desks contain more germs than women's desks. They discovered that men's desks contains more germs than women's desks, meaning that the high probability of a man being cleaner than a woman is very, very, very low. Women are generally cleaner than men. You would definitely understand that better than it might be a common, norm. Number 5, women have a better immune system than man. Now, there is a substance called estrogen, both in man and woman. Now, estrogen gives women a better natural defense system against bacteria, according to a study at McGill University. Now, this estrogen is produced highly in women. It makes them immune to certain bacteria and viruses. So they are less prone to fall sick. If the need to fall sick arise, they are less prone to fall sick. And number 6, this is something that we all know. Women tolerate pain better than men. After all, if a woman can withstand the pain of a bowling ball, bowling ball, there's this big ball that you use for bowling. The size of that, in fact, bigger than that, of a baby coming out of their body, of their private parts, if they can withstand that pain, what other pain can they withstand? And there's a popular show on satellite, Mythbusters. It's called Mythbusters. This set of guys, they take different myths and they bust it out. They prove it whether it's correct or wrong. And they prove that women can hold their hands in freezing water 19% longer than men. They can hold their hands longer in freezing water 19% longer than men. Number 7, women have better memory than men. Women have better memory. So a study at Aston University in England concluded that women are better than men at remembering things 15 minutes, 24 hours after learning them. They have good memory. Number 8, women handle stress better than men. Now there is a hormone called oxytocin in women. This oxytocin is also in men, but the women produce it better, more. It's commonly called the cuddle hormone. Okay, it makes the woman feel comfortable in pressure, in stress. So when you're going for interviews, you can see that a higher percentage of women are much more composed. They are much more composed than men. Number 9, women are better at multitasking than men. This is not something that we should even argue about. Multitasking, the award for multitasking has been given to women. The award for multitasking has been given to women. Till now, in the history of man, no man has ever been able to cook spaghetti, talk on the phone, and change a diaper at the same time. Only women can do that. Only women can actually do that. And number 10, this is going to be very shocking because I know I have lots of computer programmers in my as my friends. Women are better computer programmers than men. Now, this might go against every sexist stereotype that you might know of, especially Mayomi, who has been attacking me. He said the man is the source of all your postulation. The man is the masterpiece that many other versions can be manufactured from. I don't doubt you, okay? But if God wants to manufacture another version, I don't think God is going to make a lesser version. Or I don't think God is going to make a version with less functionalities. Now, the reason why there's always a version of a vehicle is because something is actually different. It's either the design changes or there are some functions that are added. Okay? So that is why you can have Toyota Camry 2000, you can have 2015, you can have 2016. Now, there is a model, there is a blueprint to which all these versions are made. You are correct by saying that that is the man. Okay? Your point is right. But you cannot tell me that the versions, just because you created a version out of a prototype or out of a blueprint, doesn't mean that that version would not be better than the first version. So you get my point straight. And this is God we are talking about here. God is creating another version. Okay? So number 10 point, women are better computer programmers than men. Now in the University of Sussex, they found out that girls created much more highly sophisticated coding system when designing 3D games than boys did. Their brain is so unique. Their brain is so unique. Okay, Miami, I'm not saying that they are better, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying. My argument is not that the woman is better than men. Okay? My point is that the woman is God's greatest invention. And you can actually go prove it for yourself. You can actually go do your research. I've been doing a lot of research lately. I'm a man also. I've been doing a lot of research lately, and I've been analyzing points, and I've been putting 1 plus 1s together. You know, and all the facts and all the figures are leading to the fact that women might just be a better version of man. I just said that. Yeah, I just said that. It's also said that in one of the research I read online, one of the papers, that women makes better doctors than men. If you're like me, I don't like the hospital, I don't like to go to the clinic. But if I were to choose between a female and a male doctor, I'm going to choose the female doctor, because most of them that are well-mannered and really understand what they are doing will know how to talk to you that you will take injection or you will take drugs. They will make you do what you don't want to do, and they make you feel everything is okay, and they pamper you. They have this compassionate heart. Okay, they can make you do things you don't want to do. Number 12, women make better leaders than men. Now, in a research done by a body in UK, now they discovered that organizations that have females as their leaders, companies that have females as their CEOs, as their COOs, as their top managers, those companies perform better than men. And why? Because women make fairer decisions. They discover that women are compassionate. Women are trustworthy leaders than men. So when a woman is leading an organization, she's not seeing it as an entity. She wants to have a relationship with that organization. She's seeing it as part of her. But a man can just be so straight and so stereotyped that you come to the office, you go, you don't care, you can fire anybody. Women are always considerate. And that is why in most companies, most top international organizations that are led by women, those organizations seem to do better. And lastly, this is going to be a shocker. Miami, I hope you are listening to this. Please listen to this last point. Women live longer than men. This is a research, and it has been proven that women live longer than men. Now, there are some people that actually sit down to do these things every year. They compare the contrast between the woman and the man. And there's actually a post that I saw, an article that I read this morning. It actually proves that women, in a lot of ways, are better than men. Okay? And they do some things better than men. The last point which I'm going to give is that women live longer than men. Women live longer than men. So there is a research study that was done in England, in Centenary, in New England Centenary. They found out that all the people in the world who are older than 100 who are older than 100 years old, 85% of them are women. I'm going to repeat that again. All the people in the world who are older than 100 years, 85% of them are women. 85%. Now, this is statistics. Statistics don't lie. Stats don't lie. If you ask me anything that we are good at, human beings are good at, we're good at keeping records and statistics and calculations. The 5% of the people that are older than 100 years on planet Earth, 85% of them are women. They live longer. Now, back to my point and back to this controversial issue of the woman being God's greatest invention. I've seen so many women not believing in themselves. And so many women think that after marriage, their role is just to be an housewife, to give birth to children, and that's a full stop. They don't want to pursue their dreams. Now, the only thing they want to leave to the man is so good at pursuing dreams. The man is so good at making money. You go from morning to night, sit in the office, 8 to 5, you come back, and you feel that after doing that, that makes you strong. That makes you well. But right now, I can tell you that women that even work extra harder than men. So, there are women that work extra hard than men. If you are saying that how many hardship did they go through compared to men? In fact, if you're going to argue that point, women go through a lot of hardship than men. Women go through a lot of hardship than men. Okay? They go through a lot of hardship. The first hardship they have to go through is the hardship of their identity, the hardship of their esteem. Because we have so relegated them to the background in the society, and we have kept them as an entity not to be reckoned with. We have kept them as an entity that cannot rise in career, that cannot do great stuffs. But if you check out in history today, women that do great stuffs, did they have two heads? I believe the reason why many women are actually not coming out to do great things in life is because of the fact that we have preached this lie that women are not meant to do those things, that women are not supposed to do this. And right now, like I said in my last post, I cannot think of any career that a man is doing that a woman is not doing. I simply cannot. I started this video by saying that I've seen women, especially in Lagos, seen women that are riding tricycle. Kekemara is no longer in news. Women are riding it. I've seen women do conductors. I've seen women do bricklayers. I've seen women. What kind of job are you talking about that women has never done? What? Because there's this thing in them. They know they have it in them, but somehow it is suppressed. They know they have it in them. Somehow it is suppressed. If you want to know this, if you're a husband and a wife, if you let the husband have a small problem, the wife can easily think in less than few seconds a way out. Can easily think of things to do. They are so proactive. Their brain is so wired that they can think of so many things at the same time. So you can't tell me that what makes me better than a woman is the fact that I hustle. I go to work in the morning, I come back in the night. That is so wrong. If that is just the point you are basing your argument on, Mayomi, it is not valid. It's not strong enough. It is not strong enough. It is not strong enough. And according to my fact of the Bible, that the woman was created last after creating man. The fact that a man cannot create the same product twice, he creates a better version and he creates a more improved version. The reason why we have iPhone 5 and iPhone 6 is that iPhone 6 should have some features that iPhone 5 does not have. And I believe, and it has been proven scientifically, that the female brain is structured differently from the male's brain. The right hemisphere and the left hemisphere are well more connected in the female brain than the male's brain. And that explains the reason why a man finds it difficult to multitask. And a woman, multitasking comes naturally because their brain, they are so gifted. It's a gift. And why am I doing this? I'm not doing this to raise a war between the man and the woman, which is better. Okay? I'm not doing that. I'm doing this to raise an awareness to all the women out there. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and I like to let you know this, that as a woman, you are so much valuable on this planet. God designed you to be a problem solver. That is the main reason why He made you so that you can help the helpless man, so that you can be help. You are not a maid, not a slave. So many people feel that the woman is their slave. And, last 3 weeks or last few months, there's this, online trend that went on about wife not cook. I refuse to say anything about that, because the reason why the women came out to say wife not cook is the fact that some men has relegated women to the kitchen. Some men has relegated their duties alone to cooking. Okay? That is wrong. Some men if their wife does not wash their clothes, they're in trouble. So she was designed to help you. She was designed to assist you mentally, psychologically, not your slave. If you need a housemaid, you can as well hire a male housemaid or a female housemaid. That is not gender specific. Housemaid can either be a male or a female. Okay? So you are a woman. I want you to know that you are God's greatest invention. There is nothing limiting you. You can be all you can be. You can be anything. Because God has designed you to be anything. You can achieve that dream. You can achieve that desire that you are so desirous of. You can get there. So don't let what the economy says you are. Don't let what the social view, the society views you as to limit you. Because trust me, there are many people out there when you go out. See, I've seen women that contend with men in some jobs. And you know what? They give the jobs to those women because they feel that if a woman can contend with you, a man, you prove to be stronger. And this is a woman contending with you for this same job. Why would I give it to you? Let me give it to this woman. Because I believe that you are God's greatest invention. I also want you to believe that. So we're celebrating Mother's Day tomorrow. We're celebrating our mothers tomorrow. To all the ladies out there, to all the wives, to all the intending mothers, and to all the mothers out there too. I want to tell you thank you for being true to yourself. And I also want to tell you to continue to stay true to yourself. Pursue your dreams. Don't let any man or don't let anybody tell you that you cannot do it. Don't let anybody tell you what you can do and what you cannot do. You can do anything. You can do anything. So thank you very much. I really do hope that the women listening to this and all the ladies listening to this, it's actually going to change the way you see yourself. It's going to make you more conscious about your identity, that you are meant to achieve great things. There's expectation. God has an expectation on you, and that expectation surpasses being a housewife or being giving birth to children, but living your dreams. We all have dreams, both men and women. So please, live your dreams, dream your dreams, and don't dream small dreams. Dream big dreams, because you can achieve them. You have all it takes. In fact, you have more than it takes to achieve them, because you've been given all you need to achieve them. So thank you very much, and I want to wish you Happy Mother's Day in advance tomorrow. And don't hesitate to share this message if you feel that it's worth hearing, and if you feel that it's worth preserving, it's worth sharing. Please share it, like it, and please comment. I appreciate your comment. Mayomi, I also appreciate your comment, and I really do hope that you're going to have a very, very change of heart about women. I believe that's one of the reasons why we are in a state of decline in this generation, because of our understanding. So thank you very much, guys. I really thank you for coming online. Those who have come online, Olawale, Mayomi, Victoria, Shema Martins, Oluwagbemisola, Akinola, Julius, and so many people that are going to be watching it after the live podcast has ended. Please appreciate the woman. She's not to be neglected. Thank you very much. Do have a very, very good Saturday. Bye.